Okay, welcome back to Advanced Driving with Laurie. Today we're going to be covering the system of car control. The system is a fundamental building block of Roadcraft, which is what UK police drivers all learn. And it's a systematic way to approach any hazard. In theory, a hazard is something that can cause potential or actual harm or danger. But I prefer to think of a hazard as something that's going to make you change your position or speed. That's probably a more natural way of thinking about it as you drive normally. Most people, although maybe we should be thinking about danger, we're actually thinking about, do I need to change speed? Do I need to change position? And it's made up of several different phases. It's got a handy little acronym, which actually doesn't mean much, but as you work through the letters, it will start to make more sense. The first of which is I. The I is for information, and when we talk about information, we talk about three different types or uses of it. Take, use, give, or tug. Take is obviously we take the information that's around us, could be from our mirrors, could be from other drivers in front of us, could be turn signals, their speed, position, road signs, any way we can get information. The next part is you. So use, so if I put it down here, we got take, the next is you for use, and we're going to use that information to make our decisions and anticipate what might be coming up, what we're going to have to deal with. And finally, give. We give information to other road users where it's going to help them. And again, when we give information, could be through our turn signals, but it could also be through the speed that we're going, where we position our car and things like this. Okay, so after I, an information is a all-encompassing phase. It goes throughout the system. We have P. P is for position, and that's the first thing we actually do with our vehicle. So as we approach a hazard, we take information, we use, we give it, and then we get our position correct to negotiate the hazard. We position for safety, obviously, but also for vision, to give ourselves as much vision as we can into what we're driving up towards. After P, we have S. S is for speed. Normally, we're going to be reducing our speed when we approach a hazard, and we try to gauge what speed we're going to need to be to negotiate the hazard in advance, and adjust our speed before we get to the hazard. We don't want to see brake lights in bends, brake lights in corners, anything like that, because it means you've judged the speed wrong. After S, this is optional depending on your vehicle type. You have G. And G is for gear. So if you're on a stick shift, a manual car, once you have your speed correct, you'll then select the gear for that speed, not the other way around. If you're in an automatic vehicle, don't have to worry about it because obviously it's done for you. And finally, once you've negotiated your hazard, you have an A for acceleration. So once you've got round it, you're back on the straight, you're accelerating away onto whatever the next thing is you have to negotiate. That's the system. So just a quick recap on this. Information, we take, use, and give information, and that actually encompasses the whole of the system. Position is the first thing we actually do with our vehicle as we approach a hazard. We get our position right. Speed, we'll be reducing our speed to the speed we want to be to negotiate the hazard. If we're in a stick shift manual vehicle, we'll select the appropriate gear for that speed. And finally, once we've negotiated the hazard, we'll be accelerating away from it. That's the theory. Now we're going to look at a couple of basic examples on the road.
Hazard will be turning right. Information, shoulder check. Position, I need to be on this inside lane, especially as I have a vehicle behind me. Indicate, mirrors. Brakes for speed, I need to be at the speed I need to negotiate the hazard. Gear is automatic, so I'm in an automatic. And gentle acceleration away from that hazard. Okay, our hazard in the distance is a bend right. Mirrors, information for vehicles behind us. Position towards the outside of the bend for visibility through it. Mirrors off the gas, losing some of that speed. No need for brakes. And gentle acceleration through the bend and onto the exit.